Morning. Yep, it's time for another Dollar Tree video. About time. Feel like I got away from them for a little bit, but I do have a lot to show yet for Dollar Tree. But this is the last of the wave that I picked up myself in store and in person. Let's get started. Started off here this morning on Saturday. Gets confusing for me because my wife usually has Mondays and Thursdays off, but then her boss is on vacation for the last 2 weeks and it's been throwing her schedule off. So I lose track of what day it is. Today doesn't feel like a Saturday to me. It feels more like a Thursday or possibly a Monday. It's classic Western series here, over 18 hours and 42 episodes. It has such iconic Western legends as Billy the Kid, Doc Holliday, the Dalton Gang, Frank and Jesse James, and Sam Bass, and Cattle Kate. Apparently it's an Emmy award-winning series. For Michael Bridge, almost 1,100 minutes on this, and does come in black and white and color. Yeah, it has a lot of episodes that I'd rather not get into here, but as you can see, it has quite an extensive list of stuff on the back that, has, those are Jim Davis, Mary Castle, Jack Elam, Slim Pickens, Denver Pyle. Denver Pyle we know is Uncle Jesse on Dukes of Hazzard, which would be cool to see that. Lee Van Cleef, and Edgar Buchanan. Right there's a nice list of some old Western actors. Didn't really ever realize Denver Pyle had played in too many Westerns, but it's good to see Uncle Jesse is something. For a change that isn't Dukes of Hazzard, not that that's a bad thing, but I'd like to see, more of his acting skills and stuff and other things. That's Legends of the Old West. Yeah, and I got this again. This was a Walmart selection. I'm not gonna really mention it because I've nodded to this one many a times in different videos. It's Dead Drop, starring Luke Goss, Nestor Carbonell, and Cole Hauser. Said it before, I'll say it again. It's very much in the vein of Die Hard by the looks here. I don't think it's on that level, obviously, but I do think this was a Canadian release disc too, because it's got this rating and sticker in the back. It says 13 plus, and I don't know of any other country that might possibly do that than Canada. I do know the UK does a age rating too, or more or less making it so certain ages can only watch this, but when it's a home video, you really can't tell people what to watch because they're going to let their kids watch if they want to. And they're going to find a way. Trust me, I grew up in the 80s, you find a way. There's Dead Drop. And then I got the over 19 hours of family entertainment, 15 movie family collection that has White Lion, Jack and the Beanstalk, Running Wild, Simon and the Spirit Bear, Black Beauty, I think it says, Little Heroes, The Little Wizard, The Little Kidnappers, After the Wizard, and The Secret Kingdom, and Alligator Pie. Almost 1,200 minutes on this one. Some colors, some black and white. There's some short ones on here too as well. Not many, but there are a few. Okay, I think that Jack and the Beanstalk says 9.5 minutes. Is that what it says? It's kind of a weird way to write it. Curious Adventures of Mr. Wonderbird is just a hair over an hour. The World of Hans Christian Andersen is barely over an hour. Alligator Pie is 48 minutes. And those are some of the shorter ones, so I'm not going to name all the longer ones, but you pretty much get out of the 50, and majority of them are full length. And I do believe this is on over, let's see, it says over 19 hours, but I have a feeling it's on at least a couple of discs, maybe 3. Let's look at the back. One more look at the front. And like I said, this is from Echo Bridge. And this one was in, this Scooby-Doo was in a lot of the videos that are circulating here on YouTube. Scooby-Doo, Moon Monster Madness, original movie. So from Warner Brothers, 80 minutes on this one, and it's got a rip in it, of course. I don't know how they rip the covers like that, but you got to be careful because, you know, nobody wants messed up art. I'm trying to find a year. It's saying 2015, which sounds about right because this is one of the newer ones that they've had in the wave. Quick look at the back. Comes with bonus feature, Space Travel is Groovy. Host Mindy Kahn, the voice of Velma, introduces us to the world of space travel with the help from the world-famous space camp in Huntsville, Alabama. And I watched this show when it was on, I think it was on, I don't know if it was always on Travel Channel, but I used to watch this quite often. It's the show starring Zach Bagans and his 2 cohorts here. I'm not sure if I can't... it looks like this is the original cast, but since this show's aired, they ditched this guy to bring in other people, but it's the show Ghost Adventures. And this one guy now leads his own show on Travel Channel, I believe. So he kind of, heads up in his own direction. Maury Povich says one of the most terrifying documentaries of all time. 87 minutes. Basically, this is a full-length. I feel like it's a full-length episode, more or less. It's really, I don't think it's really a movie per se. Maybe it is, but I'm getting the vibe that it's just an overlong episode that could possibly fall into that. Maybe like a double episode, more or less. It's a winner of the Grand Jury Prize, Best Documentary in 2006, and the Best Feature Film in the Erie Horror Film Festival in 2000. Well, it was nominated, but still got some love from somebody out there. And this is a pretty good show. Personally, I prefer some of their other ones a little more. I like this show a lot, but it feels like it's repetitive, like they do the same thing every week. Like, they don't try to change it up too much, other than it's in a different locale. But, I don't know, I just kind of... I'm a little bit more partial to the mountain monsters, to be honest with you. I think it's... At least they try to do something comical every week, and I don't know, it's just... more up my alley, I guess. And then we got this, we had to take this plastic off because we thought it was a runner, and I think it might have been Wyvern. Yeah, I don't know why we didn't take that off. I'm going to take this off. Ah. This is one of those really sticky ones. Oh, God. Oh, no, it's got a break on top of it here. I apologize. There, finally off. Whole video is going to be me taking a sticky tab off the top of a disc. Yeah, this got broke at some store. See, it's got a piece right there. Must have got broke, like, when they were moving them around. Yeah, it broke the... Yeah, that's why it came off. I didn't like the way that looked. I thought it might have been... I think when my wife checked it, she put fingerprints on it or something. A little bit. I won't buy them if they're scratched. We even open them in store because I want to make sure they're not scratched. Because if they're scratched, they're a done deal. I don't want nothing to do, to do with that. And I'm sorry if I rambled on about this being open or broke and running free. But it is a horror film, and I really hold these in high regard. They're not as easy to come by sometimes. From Genius Entertainment. Let's see, Canadian release disc. 2009 or 8. So it's saying 2008/2009, so we'll go with 2008. Yeah, it looks like it has that sci-fi pictures vibe to me, so that's probably the way the CGI is in that vein of a typical Saturday sci-fi debut movie or whatever they used to show back in the day. I think they got away from doing that, which I think is a mistake. I used to love their Saturday block, of like cheaper budgeted films. And then I got the double feature 2-film collection, Scooby-Doo meets Batman, and Scooby-Doo and Batman, the Brave and the Bold. And it does have a sticker saying Batman 80 years, so I didn't realize I got another Scooby-Doo in this video. 75 minutes on Brave and the Bold, and 82 minutes on Scooby-Doo meets Batman. Let's see something here. Let's see a year on this one, guys. I don't know. Some of these are so hard to find a year on them, but you get the gist of, they're going to be short. Obviously, they're Scooby-Doo, but still a good double feature. Maybe you can watch this one tonight, watch them back to back. You can tell me in the comments, in a day or so if you've watched this, which one you like better and why. This one had the better plot. Double feature of Batman, double feature of Scooby-Doo. And then I got Carmelo Gomez and Emma Suarez, filmed by Julio Medem, Tierra. Not rated, it's an Olive Films. I'm just trying to see if it's in English. Yeah, English subtitles on this one. Wow, this is an older one. It's from 1996. 124 minutes. Looks like it says 185 by 1 aspect ratio with a 5.1 surround. They're calling it a quirky romantic dramedy from Sex and Lucia, director Julio Medem. Goes on to say a little bit about it. It was written and directed by Julio Medem, The Red Squirrel. Vacay, Sex and Lucia. Features Cara Galde, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Nancho Navo, and is beautifully lensed by cinematographer Javier Agsarobi, I guess, I don't know. It's a kind of a weird name. I've never seen the name before. Apologize if I butchered it, but there's just some names that do not, compete with the way that I'm gonna say them, because I really don't like touching French names or Spanish names or any names that, you know, their names are out of the ordinary, because I do better with Japanese names and Chinese names than I do Mexican names or, you know, Spanish names. National Geographic, Great Migrations, Move as Millions, Survive as One. I believe, I want to say I got this on Blu-ray too. I'm not sure. It looks about like what I would have got on Blu-ray. 200 minutes on this one. Well, this is from the National Geographic channel. 5.1. That's bonus program, Science of Migrations, The Great Migrations Behind the Scenes. This is narrated by Alec Baldwin as well, so if you're an Alec Baldwin fan, you probably enjoy this immensely. Shot from land and air and trees and cliffs and pines, on ice floes and underwater. Great Migrations tells the formidable, powerful stories of many of the planet's species and their movements, while revealing new scientific insights with breathtaking high-definition clarity. So, this kind of has that gold look to it a little bit, too. See it there? I like the way it looks. These National Geographic ones are put together nicely. Some of the better, you know, solid discs that are out there at the Wave. And then I got this again. Because if I didn't, somebody else probably would have and slapped it on eBay and probably put about $15, $20 on it at least, probably. It's the Mega Shark 8 movie collection. Echo Bridge, 732 minutes. It does have all the Shark Attack movies from what I'm seeing. Toxic Shark, Shark in Venice, Malibu Shark Attack, Sharkman, and Shark Zone. I don't know if I've seen Toxic Shark. I know it has its own physical disc out there too, like with a couple features, but this has 8 shark films on it, so. Quick look at the back. Then next up I got a DC Universe original movie, Teen Titans: The Judas Contract. Perfect timing for this with Zack Snyder's Justice League cut coming out soon. It's PG-13, 84 minutes. From Warner Brothers, and it's 2017. Sneak peek at the next animated Batman and Harley Quinn animated film. Language and subtitles, English, French, and Spanish. Main feature, bonus material. Trailer may not be subtitled. But, really cool cover there. Teen Titans. CW is doing a really good job with the DC Universe. It's too bad some of the movie studios wouldn't follow their suit and just do how they do. But now we're going to switch over to Blu-ray here. Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital code. Jarhead, Law of Return. I don't know if this is a sequel to Jarhead or if this is like part 3. 100 hour and 43 minutes on this one. It's a dual layer disc. 235 by 1. Anamorphic widescreen and a 5.1 Dolby Digital. So this is going to have excellent quality and clarity and sound and pretty much anything else that you want in a movie. It's rated R. If I didn't say, it's from Universal Pictures. And I believe this went directly to video. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't remember the sequels ever hitting the theater. And if they did, they were limited release, so it's almost like they never hit theaters. Because if you're like our area, these limited runs never see light of day in my area. And next up, I didn't mean to cut us off on that conversation, but I got to get these movies in here. Green Lantern, Blu-ray disc here. PG-13, 114 minutes on the theatrical version. Extended cut is 123 minutes. Nothing really much to say about this, but other than I got another one of these guys. I didn't realize I got another one. I might even have another one more. I'm not sure. I don't think so, though. I think this wraps up the haul that I did myself physically. The rest of my haul is from a trade, or purchasing through a team of traders from out of state. But this we picked this up again, and I can't believe some of these are just like sitting there to grab. I don't know if people grabbed their fill of them and are just sick of it or what, but this is another extra. And then I got dual copies of this one. Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital copy, starring Michael Gross and Jamie Kennedy. Tremors: A Cold Day in Hell. I hear people complain about this one, but I had fun with this one too. I don't think there's been a bad Tremors movie yet. The Western one was okay. If any of them that were kind of weak for me, it was the Western one a little bit. I kind of got what they were going for in that one, but I think this got back on track with having action. It kind of has the vibe of the first one, I feel. Other than it being, instead of a deserted town, it's like now they're where it's in Canada or something, and it takes place like in cold weather. And I actually thought the change of scenery was much needed, because it kind of feels like they're always in a jungle or just in a small town or whatever. And I just kind of give it credit. I thought Jamie Kennedy did a really good job in this as well. I don't know if he did as good as John Heder did in the last one, but I like Jamie Kennedy and stuff. He did a good job at Scream, the Scream series. Wouldn't really say Son of Mask. That wasn't on him, though. I think he did the best he could in that scenario. But I really like this one. I don't get the hate for it that it gets. I know it's not the originals, league, but I think it's still a fun and cheek kind of movie. Really, kept it fresh, really. Michael Gross is reason enough to watch it alone. So, and then I got I got two of these in here. They're both copies, and then I bought a set that has, I think it has all of them, but I don't know if I got the last movie, the one that took place on the tropical island or whatever. I don't know if I got that one though. Can't remember. I'll have to look. And then got this again, Jarhead, Law of Return. I don't know if you can see it there. Got that again. I didn't even realize it. These are a couple different stores I went to. It's kind of hard to know what you got. I just grabbed what was left in the box this morning. It's a BBC Outcast. It's a 2-disc set as seen on BBC America. I think I got duplicates of this at this point. It is interesting to note that the cover to this show is green friendly. So if something were to happen to it, you could recycle it. It's BBC America here. Extras: Outcast Reach Out to the Stars, Fort Haven set tour. And you can go to the BBC America site itself at bbcamerica.com. 16:9, 470 minutes approximate. Stereo sound. Let's see. Trying to see if there's a year on this one. By the looks, it looks like it has 8 episodes. So the entire season on here. Usually when these shows start out, they have small numbered seasons. Set it over there. And then back to DVD. BBC America, The Rise and Fall of Margaret Thatcher, starring Andrea Riseborough, Patricia Hodge, and Lindsay Duncan. And there's a great old pop-up banner. Just like it seems like when I refresh the computer, that's when that pop-up banner comes up within an hour. This too is this sleeve contains 30% post-consumer content, which is recyclable. Not that that matters, but it's just I find it interesting that they'd go that route with the DVD cover. Clocks in at around 284 minutes. DVD 9 and DVD 5. Is this a 2-discer or something? I'm not sure. Has Margaret Thatcher, The Long Walk to Finchley, The Falklands Play, and Margaret. So it has 3 different, I don't know what you want to call it. I guess it's like I don't know what you want to really call it, like a show. I have no idea. Or, it's not like a standard show, but like a retrospect on Margaret Thatcher, her rise and fall, in 3 parts, I guess. Let's look at the back. I don't know if I'm happy to have it or not, because I don't know what I really don't know what it's about, other than it's about Margaret Thatcher. Family Adventures Collection, 18 movies, featuring Ren Tin Tin Jr. Has almost 1,330 minutes, black and white and color. I've seen Where the Red Fern Grows. That is a really sad movie. I do recommend watching it if you like these dog movies, though. I'm not really going to say what happens, but it is a sad one by the end. Going to warn you on that at least. That's all I will say on it. But there's a lot of good stuff on here. I mean, Walking Thunder, The Return of Ren Tin Tin, Skull and Crown, Vengeance of Rana, The Underdog, Seven Alone, Legend of Wolf Mountain, High Country Calling, The Test, Danny Boy, Huckleberry Finn, The Missouri Traveler, A Boy, a Girl, and a Dog, Call of the Wilderness, Carl of the Mountains. I don't know if that's pronounced right. I guess Carl Foray is the character, so I guess it is Carl. It's kind of a weird name to spell Carl, but and Fangs of the Wild. Try to see if there's any main actors that I recognize. Lee Marvin I recognize. James Whitmore. That's pretty much it. I don't really recognize some of the other names, but I'm not really into the old cinema. Back when, like, Steve McQueen, and I've heard of guys like that, but, like, anything older than that, I generally have not heard of much of. Just the main ones, And then I got a 10-movie horror set here that has Inside, Night Shadow, I think that's what it says, Awaken the Dead, The Nurse, Cruel World, White Zombie, King of the Zombies, Teenage Zombies, Grave Mistaken, and Ginger Dead 3, Part 3. Excuse me. 850 minutes on this 10-movie set. Over 14 hours of content. Color and black and white. And they'll clock in at around an hour and a half, all but White Zombie, Teenage Zombies, and the Ginger Man 3, Saturday Night Cleaver. And if I didn't say King of the Zombies, they're all pretty much about an hour and a half, though. With Awaken the Dead, the longest of the bunch, this one being the longest one. If you can see that there, that's the longest feature on this set. This is a Kmart exclusive, so got a more nostalgia there. For me, at least. I know some people said their stores are still open for Kmart. I don't know if that was a regional decision, but our store's been closed. Our Kmart's been closed for 5 or 6 years. It's the building's just sitting there dilapidating. Now it's back over to Blu-ray. Don Bluth's production, The Secret of Nim. It was looking funny to me there. I knew this was Nim. It's just I don't know, just kind of looking a little into it a little far. 1982, 83 minutes, widescreen presentation of 185 by 1. Yes, I did pick up another one of these. I'm not sure at this point how many I did grab. I don't know, it's just I'm a big fan of Don Bluth. I love this movie. It's probably one of the better ones he did. Probably one of the best ones he did. It's from MGM, same company that did the Killer Clown from Outer Space disc, from what I'm seeing. Pretty interesting fact on that one, too. Newsweek says it's a classic that will delight kids everywhere. Purely delicious, a perfect treat for the entire family, says Rex Reed. And they are both right. This is a classic. It needs to be added to everybody's collections. And then I got Robocop, directed by Paul Verhoeven. I don't know. I can't remember if he went on to do part 2 maybe, and maybe part 3. I'm not sure. But part 2, I love part 2. I don't know why it gets a lot of hate. Like, people will hate on it, but I'm like, I felt like part 2 was really cool. It had a lot of, like, aggressiveness going on. It had a lot of tough killing. And then they went the PG route with part 3. I liked part 3, but it felt like Robocop light for me. That's the thing I didn't like. I want to say they got another... I know they got another Robocop by... Was it the second part? Or was it part 3? Let's see. Yeah. I can't remember, but I know Peter Weller played him in the first part, but I know at some point he was changed over. You know, they changed actors with him. I want to say part 2, and then he might have returned to part 3. It's been a while since I've watched this series, but I really liked part 2 as well. It isn't quite as good as RoboCop, but I put it up there pretty far. I like the violence in it. I thought the little kid being sadistic and stuff made it really cool. Then you had Kane. He was a good villain. He always plays a good bad guy. This one's rated R, though. I believe the second one was rated R as well. Like I said, I think by the third one they went to PG-13, and you could tell. It's like they toned down the violence. I don't know if it was because of the president at the time didn't really like violence in film. I can't really remember. I know it got a lot of backlash for all the violence in 2, but I don't know. I liked it. This movie clocked in at 103 minutes. It's a really fast 103 minutes. Because it's, it's about 20 minutes shy of 2 hours, and it really doesn't feel. It feels like, by the time you get it watched, it feels like it's maybe an hour and a half at best, because you want more. But really good movie. That's kind of made the police force look really good in film again. And then next up is a King Kong animated series, Volume 1. Seeing this quite often. 108 minutes on this one, and it does come with bonus Tom Thumb. And I believe I said in another video he's a spy. Let's see. Yeah. I want to say he's a spy of some sort. I thought it's... Yeah. Yeah, two tiny spies tackle some really big assignments, armed with an awesome arsenal of top-secret weapons. But you could tell the animation was, quite a while ago, but still good to have, especially with a Kong versus Godzilla movie coming up soon. Here, by the end of the month, I believe, on HBO Max. Pretty cool to have, that for that sake alone. And then back to Blu-ray, and it's more of the same here, and I apologize, it's more of the same, but I have to get these in because this is what I had in my box. It's two that I have already that I've been showing. Other Robocop with the what's good about this one is it comes with Blu-ray and DVD, so the other ones in other parts of the wave I don't think had the DVD as well, and if they did, it might have been because it was the reboot or whatever. I just noticed some of these circulating, whereas they were just bare bones disc from what I saw. At least they were at my stores. And then the Green Lantern Steel again. And then two more here. Season 1, about a boy. I got this at an obscurely different store that I normally don't go to. We thought we'd take a chance and run up a few counties up north, and luckily we came away with this one. I don't think I ever saw this one before in any other stores. Features all 13 episodes from Universal. 2-disc set here, based on a novel by Nick Hornby for High Fidelity, written and produced by Jason Katims from Friday Night Lights, and directed by John Favre, or Favre. Not sure how you pronounce that. It's just like Brett Favre, so I'll call him John Favre. Comes a different kind of coming-of-age story. Apparently this man writes a hit song. His name's Will Freeman. Was granted a life of free time, free love, and freedom from financial woes. He's single and unemployed and loving it, so imagine his surprise when Fiona, a needy single mom, and her oddly charming 11-year-old son, Marcus, move in next door and disrupt his perfect world. Before he realizes it, Will starts to enjoy the visits and even finds himself looking out for the kid. In fact, this newfound friendship may very well teach him a thing or two that he never imagined possible about himself and caring for others. So, this looks pretty interesting. I don't know if this is... I don't think this is still on the air. I wouldn't think it would be. It's almost 5 hours of entertainment here. 5.1. Anamorphic widescreen 178 by 1, but it's about a boy. With the clear case, as I've mentioned in countless videos, I just like these clear cases. It's, it's a step up from the norm. And then I got another one, and finally the last one in the video here this morning. The Cohen Film Collection presents. Cohen Media Group presents the Merchant Ivory production of E.M. Forster's Maurice, new 30th anniversary 4K restoration. Merchant Ivory Library. 140 minutes on this. This is from 1987, so it's going to be pretty rare to find anything with Hugh Grant from that year, I would think, in this wave. I mean, it's not common at all. Rated R. It's directed by James Ivory. Written by Kit Hesketh, Harvey, and James Ivory. And like I said, it was based on the novel by E.M. Forster. As a winner of Best Director, Best Music, and Best Actor at the Venice Film Festival in 1987. Gets a lot of praise from a lot of critics on the back as well. This features a new on-stage Q&A with James Ivory and Pierre Lehome. The story of Maurice, original theatrical trailer. 2017 re-release trailer. 5.1 Dolby Digital and 2.0 stereo. Rated R. And that concludes what I picked up in this haul, and it concludes what I actually went to the store and picked up as well. it pretty much wrapped up everything with this last movie. I'd like to say thank you for watching the channel. Be sure to click that subscribe button down there if you're kind of curious and you're interested in my content. But like I said, click on the subscribe button down there. I'm near 250 subscribers, but I might hold off and do it at like 280 because I did start out a contest at 80. And if I could get it to 280, that would mark 200 new subscribers since one of my other contests. So tell your friends about the channel. Tell them what I do. Tell them I try to reach out to help people on getting titles that are in my video that are extras. I've sent out a number of packages in the past week or two in the Dollar Tree community. And that's my video for this morning. And I'll be seeing you again. Probably next video will be either a review or it will be a horror pack unboxing, but I'm not sure at this point. But that's my video, and I'll see you again, guys. See you later. Take care, and God bless.